Oh, howdy all, grab yourselves a beer. It is time for some Path of Exile discussion. Today, what I wanted to talk about is managing your threat level inside Heist, and specifically how to roll Heist for that. But the first thing I want to point out is that you want to make certain that you're using a piece of gear in every slot on your rogues, or if you're not using one in quite every slot, that you're aware of the ones you're missing and that you're looking to pick up the bases for them so that you can roll them. I don't really go for any specific mods on them. There are guides out there for how you can do that, but these just give you a few little bonuses that add up. I mean, 4% reduced raising of alert level isn't much, but 4% does add up, especially given what we're going to be doing for rolling the heist. So when it comes to rolling heist, the effect of putting map mods onto heist is twofold. Firstly, it will increase the quantity and rarity of the zone, the same as just rolling a map would. But additionally, it will also cause the alert level reduction stat to increase. So that's 0 on a scoured contract, and it increases as you add more map mods. For that reason, my goal is always to have them be rare now. Now, this is different to what I was recommending prior to the 3.12.2 patch. So in 3.12.2, you do want to be alking them. Then you're just looking for really dangerous individual mods. So, for me, there are two mods that I will not do on Heist. The first one is Physical Reflect. My build, as a mine build, is not concerned with Reflect on my damage skills, but I'm using Void Sphere as a utility skill, and Void Sphere will kill me if I fire it off into a large pack with Physical Reflect. So for that reason, I am always re-rolling Physical Reflect. The second thing that I'm doing is I am re-rolling the Nemesis mod, which is monsters in the area. There's 20 to 30% more rare monsters, and rare monsters in the zone have Nemesis mods. The reason for this is one specific Nemesis mod, and that is Lightning Mirage. Lightning Mirage is one of those mods that's fairly dangerous, causes a number of one-shots at the best of times, but in Heist, where there are large numbers of rare monsters together, Lightning Mirage is on a whole new level of dangerous. For that reason, I want to minimize the number of Lightning Mirage monsters in a zone. Normally, you have 1 in 3 monsters will have a Nemesis mod, sorry, 1 in 3 rares, whereas with the Nemesis effect on the map, 100% of rares will have it, and additionally there'll be an average of 25% more rare monsters. Overall, this means a 275% more multiplier to the number of times you encounter Lightning Mirage. Lightning Mirage is the one thing that can and will really kill you in these zones. So, just to give a quick example, here's this bunker. Let's roll it up. Have a look at the mods. We've got 4 mods on this. Sorry, we've got 5 mods on this. That's fine. That's more than average. No, it's 4. It's really hard to parse these because there's so many lines to them. So we have monsters deal extra damage as fire, 6% increased time before lockdown. That's good. We have Bloodlines. Bloodlines is fine. Where Nemesis is dangerous, Bloodlines isn't. I mean, there's a couple of nasty Bloodlines, but then it's nothing really that jumps out at you. Of Apprehension, which is less evasion per alert level. So that means that once the alarm goes off, you've got 32% less evasion. That's sort of not trivial if you're an evasion, or if evasion's a major defensive layer for you. For me, it's not. And then we have Players Accursed with Enfeeble, 60% increased effect. We can live with that. So that's fine. We're going to leave with that as is. Let's roll this bunker. And we have... we don't have any of the danger mods, so we're fine. We've got the patrol packs have a chance to be replaced by an elite patrol pack. Elite patrol packs are pretty dangerous. They're the ones that on your way in, where there's a whole pack of blue monsters together. But because you encounter them on the way in, they're fine. Like, that's one of the easiest mods you can get. Then we have the reward monsters reward room monsters take reduced damage. This is really harmless because the reward room monsters are just not dangerous at all. The danger all comes in the exit from the heist. Next up we have Point Blank, which does nothing to my build. It's just free quantity, free rarity, and free increased time before lockdown and the like, and alert reduction. We have Minus Max, which is painful but not devastating, and we have the evasion mod again. And here we go again, nothing that stands out at me, and that one needs to be scoured and then elked. And again, we've got nothing particularly scary. So let's go and run one of these. I'll run this Oblivion Covenant lockpicking one. And one thing that's very important is you want to choose your rogues carefully. So this being a normal heist rather than a grand heist, you've got the choice between Huck, Talina, who gives you the less raising of alert level and a chance to find additional heist targets from secret reward rooms, and Cast gives you reduced alert level. However, at the moment, my goal is leveling them all to 5. So let's run this one. Being 81, it's going to be non-trivial. These are quite a bit more dangerous than tier 16 maps. And so we'll go in there and we'll have a look for the... Firstly, we'll have a quick look at the chests. We've got a currency chest there, 2 currency chests, and a jewelry chest. The jewelry chests are interesting. Most of the time they're bad, but at higher item level, there's a couple of things that pop up there that are really, really good. I'm definitely going to get that, and I'll explain why when I get there, because there's a number of things that might not be shown on a lot of loot filters. I know that you have to check the jewels. Every jewel that drops there, have a look to see if it's got a enchantment on it, because it's the only way that you can get the harvest enchants on jewels in this league. Oh, a couple of Exalt Shards. I have a general rule: if I get at least 2 Exalt Shards, I take the Coward's approach to the zone. So what that means is that when I get to the point that my alert level is close to capping, I'm going to go back to the entrance. The fact that Exalt Shards drop so much in these, I believe, is a major factor in why Exalted Orbs are as cheap as they are in Trade League at the moment. Not that it's a remarkably low price for day 8, but it's quite a lot lower than it was in Harvest. So I'm just grabbing a couple of these extra chests on the way in. Oh, yikes, something hit me hard there. Didn't even see what that was. That's probably because of the flashiness of the skill that I'm using. Glacial Cascade Mines certainly make your screen full of crap. Now, the other question people might be asking is, are heists really worth running at the moment? And I think the answer is they're marginal. They're a lot worse than they were both 3.12.0 and 3.12.1. 3.12.1 was actually really broken. I know a lot of you may have seen the video that I put out on that and how ridiculous the loot rewards were if you basically always cheesed the exits. The loot drops needed to be nerfed after that. They were nerfed. And I think that video was probably a big part of the reason why, but I wasn't the only person doing that either. Oh, that's cool. That's the first pure Exalt that I've had in one of these zones. Again, as I said, with having got so much loot already, I'm not going to set off the alarm yet. I'm going to exit, but then because I do want to level my rogues, there is a challenge to level all of them to 5. I'm going to come back in at that point and complete the objectives. But were I to die now, I would drop the 1.1 Exalted Orbs that I've looted in here on the ground. And by the way, the fact that I've seen that many... the fact that you've seen this many drops, don't consider that to be normal. This is the single best heist I've had. Okay, so have a look here. You'll notice that we've got an Influence Belt, Cerulean Ring, nothing special. This is a Fractured Jewel. Fractured Jewels are really good. Fracturing mods is something... Well, it's less so on an Abyss Jewel, but they're still worth a look. These 2 jewels here, you want to check what they've got in the way of enchants. You'll see that neither of them has an enchant. I'm just also checking all the other stuff to see with these if there's anything else odd going on. There isn't. Okay, at this point, because I've got that Exalt and I don't want to lose it to the risk of a death on the way out, I'm going to save the... I'm going to save the loot that I've got. This is a really cheesy strategy and it really should be patched out, but it hasn't been, so until it is, then abuse it away. And that strategy is just simply to run back to the entrance without setting the alarm off. You'll see I'm still at about 85%. I just want to kill these things. There's things in here that raise your alert level that... These Oscillotrons, I don't think they do, but they sort of look like they do. So I always sort of fear that they might be. Now at this point, this Exalt is no longer contraband. The 2 Exalt Shards are no longer contraband. So I can go back in and if I do die on the way out, One, feel free to laugh at me, and two, I'll get to keep that Exalt. As I say, cheesy should not be allowed, but it is. And it's a really boring thing as well. It's like this safe approach to looting these is just really unengaging gameplay. So like I said, does need to change. To make it so that perhaps you get a couple more more chances at getting an Exalt, but only once the alarm has gone off. I'd rather have 5 of them drop and lose 2 to deaths that were my fault than have 3 of them drop and, you know, while playing badly and keep them all. Or even than have 2 of them drop. Or sorry, 4 of them. I mean, I'd rather have more fun than more loot. These things are worth. These are the gear for the rogues. Always pick that up and elk it and see if it's better than what you've got. Okay, so at this point, we're going to grab this. Now, one of the things that's important is that because of all the map mods that we've put on this, the reinforcements are going to be tougher than normal. In particular, there'll be more of them than normal. That's one of the other mods that go on the maps on your way out. I think I was saying something about picking those things up. So, run to a door, fight at the door. Pretty straightforward stuff, really. I'm able to preload a lot of damage here, which is exactly what you want to do if you can. Obviously, not every build can do that. It's a lot of the reason I chose to play a miner in this. A miner and a build that can damage round corners was because of what we saw in the lead up to the league going live. When you're going through when you go through a door, do not hesitate. You want to keep moving because on the other side there may be a very large pack of monsters there. So you want to make sure that if they're firing at you, that their shots fire at where you used to be, not at where you currently are. I don't like having that many monsters alive behind me, but they're there. Again, opening that door, possible trap behind it. It's not, so we'll go in. You'll notice that there's a lot of monsters here that have directional attacks. Again, that means that you want to keep changing the angle that they need to face to hit you. That can be done by moving, but it can't be done by moving towards them or away from them. You need to move laterally with respect to them. Same sorts of tricks that you would use to dodge Shaper's balls, if you're familiar with that fight. Or Cirrus's beams, for that matter. Okay, at this point we're at the exit. And so all of that stuffing around and coming back wasn't necessary, but it's important that people know that it's an option. Anyway, so that was a very lucky drop. Don't expect the raw Exalt, do expect the Exalted Shards, they drop a hell of a lot. But that's what I'm doing as far as running heists go. Overall, I think that they are not the most lucrative thing in the game at the moment. That is probably running Delirious, like tier 16 maps with as many Delirium Orbs applied as you can without slowing your character down too much. So for me at the moment, that's just one. I'll be running 20% Delirious tier 16 maps mostly, but then these are a nice change of pace. If you've got any comments or questions, fire away below. Otherwise, so I'm going to leave it there. I hope you have a good one.